All right. So, Rich, you just were talking about woo
Energy drink.
energy drink. So, is there 7 or 8 O's in that?
I don't know. We were talking about how Ric Flair has Woo Energy Drink, and their website is like wooenergydrink.com.
Let's see if I can figure it out.
But you
Ooh,
need to know
I'm
the
putting in a
number
bunch of
of
I'm putting a bunch of O's in.
So
.com. Oh
now let
boy, I
me-
don't want to see that. That is the
Yeah.
worst domain name of all time.
1, 2,
So-
3, 4. I think it's 5. I
It's
think it's
5.
5 O's. Yeah.
That is
O's.
awful.
Okay.
I wonder if they were
So-
smart enough to get the 401.
And
No.
you know what?
Well, they
You know
don't.
what's even worse? It should have been 16.
There you go.
That's the 16-time world champion.
Yeah, but if you're drinking Woo energy drink, you can't count the 16.
That's a good point.
So we know
That's
Ric Flair does his own thing.
Yeah.
Is his son
Yeah.
dead? I was going to make a joke about his son doing it, but I'm not sure if his
Yeah,
son's dead or just a bad wrestler.
David Reed died.
Okay.
Yeah. It was Reed Flair, right?
Or Reed Flair. What the
Yeah,
fuck did
I
who the
brought
fuck
it down.
did David
I think he
Reed-
combined the two. I think there's another son named
Oh
David.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think David and Reed both died.
They both did?
I think so.
Let's see. David
Let's
Flair.
find out. Are
Let's-
we killing other people?
Does Rick just absorb their energy so he can live?
No.
longer?
David Flair's. I'm sorry, David Flair. Well, that's kind of the real last name.
Yeah.
David Flair is still alive.
Oh, yeah.
Reed
just-
Flair,
It's just
unfortunately,
his career that's dead.
wow. Reed, you know what's crazy? Reed Flair's been dead for 10 years.
Get the fuck out.
He was a kid when he died. He was
Which
died,
one was?
died in 13. He was, gosh.
Which
Lord,
one was
he
a failed wrestler?
David was a failed wrestler.
David
He
was a
in-
failed wrestler.
He was in Wolfpack.
That's when
Half the fucking roster.
yeah, WCW is really on broad time at that point. But we try not to devote too much time with wrestling on this anymore, but we do have to speak to a couple things. I know, Rich, you haven't caught up to AEW for this weekend, but let's roll back a little bit. You did get to watch a little bit of the most recent pay-per-view premium live event, whatever you want to call it these days.
Which was either Full Gear or All Out. None of us can remember.
I'm pretty sure it's Full Gear.
I think it was Full Gear too.
Yeah. And I don't even watch it, but
it was pretty good. I'd have to go back and look at the match list again, but I remember the Swerve Strickland match was awesome. The Texas Death match, that was good.
And he dressed up. His ring attire was based on Bray Wyatt, the Fiend. So that was cool.
He also took they stapled his kid's artwork. I forget it was exactly, but they stapled stuff to him. It was Jeff.
Yeah. And then he took the stapler himself and just started stapling stuff too.
Which was cool because Steve-O was in the audience, and that reminds me of something Steve-O would do.
I'm fairly certain Steve-O did do that.
yeah, I think that was.
Did he staple his butt cheek shut?
Yeah, pretty certain he
No,
did do that.
Was it his butthole or his butt? No, he
you
pierced.
know, the MJF stuff was kind of fascinating too. I didn't at the time when it's like, okay, so they did the pre-show, and the pre-show was MJF versus the Guns for the titles, ROH titles. And because Adam Cole is injured, he had to get someone else. So they were playing for a while who was going to be. It finally wound up being Samoa Joe, and they won for the title. But then the Guns took out MJF's knee, so he was carried away on an ambulance at the end of the prelim show, and he was supposed to be doing the main event. So like later on during the show, they say, MJF can't do it, so Adam Cole's going to go out, who also has a bad leg. He's actually in a cast, and he was going to defend for the AEW title. And it's like, where's the fuck is this going? This is all stupid. It sounded stupid at the time. And then MJF comes back, driving the ambulance, and goes in there, and he goes against Jack White. I forget the guy. Which played
Jay White. Yeah, no, not the guy from the White Stripes.
No, my names are bad. And it actually turned out to be a really good match. A surprisingly good match between a injured MJF, and he wins, of course. And yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I do think they're putting on some really quality content, and it's good. It's exactly what the scene needs.
And of course, the stuff with Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. They had that 6-man tag match where they were both on opposite teams, and they kept teasing that they were going to fight each other, and they never did. Christian
That's
Cage
cool.
just kept running away. Oh, no, it's cool. It's kind of
He was playing the chicken shit heel, not that they never.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it was good. It was great. Like he was running away from him. Like he literally at one point he smacks, accidentally hits Luchasaurus. Which, by the way, the follow-up Dynamite, Dynamite was awesome. But anyway, he smacks Luchasaurus by accident with the title. Adam Copeland's going to go after him, and he just runs out of the arena right there, so they could pin Luchasaurus. And then on the come home Dynamite, they do a promo where it's his fraction's called the Patriarchy, because he's like the father of all the little things. Nick.
Nick Wayne's mom can get it.
Yeah.
She is gorgeous.
But he blamed Nick Wayne. He renamed the Prodigy. That's his favorite, and he blamed Luchasaurus for the loss and renamed him
Losersaurus.
No, it was whatever the name of his final move is, and I forget what it is now. Kill Switch. Named him Kill Switch. Yeah, you are no longer Luchasaurus. You are Kill Switch.
Nice, dude. That's a badass name, though.
Yeah, and he was going to have
that is awesome.
He was going to have him do a concerto on whoever was in the ring. I forget who it was, but it may have been the mom. But anyway, they come out. Adam Copeland runs out. Christian takes a hike and winds up doing a concerto on Nick Wayne while his mom watches, because his mom was in the ring too. Like he's like, they played it off like, oh, he's so angry he forgot the mom's there, and Edge just smashes his head. Yeah, and Kill Switch. They're playing off Luchasaurus as kind of almost being over the whole, like realizing that Christian's a douchebag kind of thing.
Well, I mean, and that's a good way for him.
It's a good storyline. Like, they're doing just good stories.
And that's a good way to get out of the dinosaur mask and everything.
Yeah.
Like it's a good gimmick, but if he wants to get out from under the mask and be like, not be a gimmick wrestler anymore and just be a monster heel or whatever, or a monster face for that matter, he can do it better without that. He doesn't have to constantly be in that.
Because of things that we're going to probably talk about later with Tom, they're the new rumors that the person they've been holding this whole devil mask thing, the one that MJF usually wears. The rumors now is that it's a returning Jungle Boy Jack.
I fucking hope not. Look, there's 3 people. Actually, there's 4 people that I don't want to be under that mask. One of them was ruled out by him showing up on WWE television.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
I don't want it to be MJF. I don't.
It's not MJF. It's not MJF.
Well, I don't want it to be. Oh, it can't be MJF. Well, it could.
It might be Adam Cole.
I don't want it to be Adam Cole. Yeah. And I don't want to see Jack Perry on my fucking TV anymore ever. He sucks. He's useless. He's tiny. He's boring. I don't.
So Darby Allin. But Darby Allin's got Sting as his daddy. I don't need to see
Darby Allin on my fucking TV anymore either.
Daddy Sting. That's the only reason. Like, I don't know what he's going to do when Sting's gone after this year.
Right. No, honestly, dude, here's the thing, man. I'm all about getting the young players new, exposure and everything else. I love that. But at the same time,
Darby Allin. I'll let you finish. I'm sorry.
Get people that don't suck.
Yeah.
Because I got nothing for Jack Perry. I got nothing for Darby Allin. Darby Allin is cool. He's a stunt man, essentially. He would fit in on the Jackass crew.
His finisher doesn't work, though. They had him in a match with Lance Archer, and he beat Lance Archer with a coffin drop, and that just doesn't. No. Oh, you fell on this giant 7-foot-tall guy with your 120-pound body weight.
60 pounds just fell on me. Oh, no.
Same with Samoa Joe. He's like, hit Samoa Joe with the coffin drop, too, and he's got to sell that. That makes Samoa Joe look, and Samoa Joe's badass. Right.
Samoa Joe, during what match was it where somebody was going to do a diving headbutt or whatever, and he turned and walked away?
And Rich, I need to follow up. I'm sorry, Bob. I don't mean to interrupt you. Yeah. Bob, I don't mean to interrupt you, but Rich, you just said it. Samoa Joe is badass. Samoa Joe is so badass that he plays Sweet Tooth, by the way.
Yes,
so that's how badass he is.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but that's where I'm trying to paint the picture here.
Yeah.
And I going back to our opening woo thing, I have no idea what Ric Flair's doing there. unless
Ric
he expects
Flair's
to wrestle.
collecting a paycheck. That's what Ric
Yeah.
Flair's doing there.
I'm trying to count the O's, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying he has crabs. I was going to say, yeah, probably.
Well, no, we know that too.
He's got geriatric crabs.
No, I do something that did come out.
It's a high fiber energy drink for
I
Jerry.
don't know if you guys.
Juice. He's
I don't know
got
if you guys.
prune juice flavored energy drink.
It's Old Bay. It's Old Bay flavored. I don't know if you guys saw it on the dirt sheets or whatever. The old Lords of Pain had it. I'm always going to call it that. But it was a picture of Zac Efron, and MJF, and it referenced the Iron Claw movie that's coming out. To the I don't know. Have you guys know about this movie?
Yeah, apparently Michael Hayes is pissed off at his portrayal in it because they didn't ask him.
Because he just probably goes do all the way home. Yeah.
I'm guessing it's a Von Erich documentary or biopic or something.
Yeah. So and there's a really good Dark Side of the Ring about the Von Erichs. I believe it was season 1, maybe in season 2. Anyway, but no, they have a really rich history with the business, but it's very dark. And I believe MJF, does he play Lance Von Erich?
He is playing Lance Von Erich.
Yeah. So I know that Zac Efron was the lead, I believe.
He's playing Kevin Von Erich. Yeah,
right. And it just looks like a good movie. But no, there's a picture that was released within the last couple of days. I don't know. It's really cool to see, these people that I don't necessarily care about doing things that I do care about. Like, don't get me wrong, I loved MJF's work. I don't give a crap about Zac Efron or whatever. I can't even pronounce his name. But I'm not a big AEW guy. However, I love everything about the Von Erichs. And so this to me is just perfect. Like, I just love that, perfect meld to me of people that I really don't care about a whole lot doing something that I care a whole lot about. I'm really excited about this movie. So
Chavo Guerrero Jr. playing the Sheik.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's an interesting cast. It really is. I pulled up the IMDb.
Anybody know that Kazi Lewis? I'm guessing this is somebody's real name. Kazi Lewis Carragino is playing Bruiser Brody.
I don't know who he is, but that dude kind of looks like him. Yeah, he's got the beard. I don't know. It does seem really interesting to me. It's I don't know, a lot of heartbreak in that family. So I think this is a good story to tell. I'm not entirely certain where they go with this movie, because if you've watched The Dark Side of the Ring, it's very, it's very deep. We can all discuss our own family issues here and there, but my goodness, like that whole family is just,
it's terrible.
And the one thing that I always look back at is, when we were kids, the Texas Tornado, to me, Kerry Von Erich was second to like the Ultimate Warrior. He had that same vibe, that same energy, everything. And the guy was doing it on 1.5 legs. And no one knew that. Like, I had no idea until maybe within the last couple of years.
I didn't know until just now when you told me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he was doing that stuff in the WWF, he literally had 1.5 legs. Like, he had a prosthetic in that boot. Rich, did you know that?
I did not know that.
Isn't that crazy?
That's
awesome.
Fucking nuts.
Yeah, no, go back and watch the Dark Side of the Ring on that. It's insane. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, it almost made me respect him more than the Warrior at that point, because I was like, this guy did that on 1.5 legs.
Well,
absolutely crazy.
I respect the Bastion Booger more than I respect the Warrior. So,
well, you know what I meant. Trying to be sincere, but
in 1986 he had the
amputation.
Motorcycle accident. Yep. Lost his foot.
Yep. It's pretty wild, isn't it? So I'm really curious to see if they dive in that side of it in this Iron Claw movie. I'm really, really, really excited to catch this one. So, got any more AEW news though before we break away?
I like the Toni Storm character. I don't like watching Toni Storm wrestle at all. But she won the title, so she's now the new, the second, third time women's champion. And
I like Storm.
Julia Hart beat, well, technically it was a three-way match. Julia Hart, Sky Blue, and Chris Statlander. And Chris Statlander was about to pin Sky Blue, and Julia Hart like knocked her off and stole the pin. So she's now the TBS Women's Champion. And I'm so glad I don't have to watch Jade Cargill anymore. I really don't like Jade Cargill.
Yeah, no. I'm with you on that. I'm a Statlander fan, but I was not a Jade Cargill fan.
Is she? I guess she's on.
She's in NXT now.
Okay. And apparently, I haven't seen it because I don't usually watch the ROH stuff. But apparently, Ronda Rousey's in ROH now.
Yep, that was the other big reveal from AEW that weekend. That and
Will Ospreay. They signed Will Ospreay,
yeah, Will Ospreay.
but he's not going to start till after his New Japan contract ends in February. But like one of the reasons he said he signed there is because they'll let him go back and forth with New Japan, so he can still wrestle over. But the matches he did last year in AEW were some of the best ones I've seen. He teamed with Aussie Open a lot, and they did some really great 6-man stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of that. Although I think one of the Aussie Open guys is injured now, but that's fine.
And I think the Ronda Rousey to ROH / AEW stuff goes so under the radar because she had such a lackluster run in the WWE, in my opinion. Big name, big UFC name, but just, flash in the pan. WWE just didn't make a whole lot of noise.
I didn't watch it, but I want to say her first match was against Marina Shafir, who was also in UFC, I think.
Yeah, they were one of the they're one of the four UFC horsewomen. Yeah.
So I thought that Ronda had a good start in WWE, and I thought that she worked well into it, but I think she got her feelings hurt when the fans turned on her and started cheering Becky. And at that point, from then on, it was downhill.
Right, and I think that's why I said what I said. Like, it was very forced with what she even had to begin with, and it wasn't like let's cheer on your next Hulk Hogan, let's cheer on your next John Cena. It was that, but she just didn't bring anything to the party. Right. You have to have that charisma, that little bit of edge, and I think that's why the fans got Becky Lynch, and that's why the fans get some of these other wrestlers seriously. Like, they may
I laughed because Becky Lynch made the news last week too, because apparently she was on a Celebrity Jeopardy.
Oh, yeah.
Missed like 60 questions. Didn't get one question right.
Yeah, first person in history that apparently. Yeah. Yep.
So she was Sean Connery on SNL.
She doesn't have to be smart though. She's a good wrestler and pretty. So
yeah, right. That's true.
But I think that's the whole thing with Ronda Rousey is that a very accomplished at the UFC, very accomplished MMA athlete. I think that's why it flew under the radar with her debut or whatever appearance, I guess, if you will.
Marina Shafir has no personality, and she's still in AEW, so it's probably a good spot for her.
Yeah, well, she never cracked higher than really NXT for the WWE, so there's a reason why there.
Wait, Marina Shafir was in WWE?
Yeah, she was NXT.
They had her. They bill her as being from Russia, and they had her talk a little bit after they got rid of Vicky Guerrero, because Vicky Guerrero used to be their mouthpiece, and she talks like a California Valley girl, so it just didn't work at all. It was like, wow, and then they stopped her talking again. Like, she did it like twice, and it's like, okay, I think you're done. She still comes out with the big black woman whose name Nyla Rose. She still comes out with Nyla Rose all the time.
Yeah, no, she was WWE. So she was NXT from basically 2018 to 2021.
Oh, fuck.
So, which was kind of an odd time because there was not a whole lot of shows going on, whatever. So you didn't really see her, but yeah, no. So she was in there 3-4 years, and the only reason why I really know her, it's Roderick Strong's wife. So that's how,
right.
Who
was the other four horsewoman that was in, not Baszler and not Rousey? Who's the other one?
Shayna Baszler. Let's see. Shayna Baszler. Oh, gosh. Marina Shafir, Ronda Rousey. Gosh, I can't. Who was the other one?
Because I thought she was really cute. Jessamine Duke.
Yeah, that's right. Jessamine Duke. Yep. Yep.
I really thought she was cute, but
Yeah. No, she was NXT as well. Yeah.
they didn't do shit with her though.
No,
I
they
don't
didn't.
know if it's injuries or because their roster's so big, but there's like a pile of people that I used to see on AEW all the time that I haven't seen in a while. Like Britt Baker hasn't been around in a while. Serena Deebs was there for a while and then like kind of disappeared.
I think she's done.
Uh,
I think Deeb is done.
that other Russian woman came back, but she's on ROH now. The one that's like 4'3", but like all muscle. I can't think of her.
Yeah, that chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you see her in the ring and say, "Wow, you're a dwarf. You're a real dwarf."
She's female Taz.
Like a Dungeons and Dragons dwarf, not like a little person, like you're a mystical creature.
Like bowl liquor?
Yeah.
See, it all comes back around. Did Tom fall asleep?
No, I'm still here. I was thinking more about the door sniffer or spoon licker. No. Actually, no. I was looking something up about Jessamine Duke because I hadn't heard that name in a while. So it was funny, and I don't know if this was like a big release time because she spent the same amount of time in NXT as Marina Shafir did. So it was the same window. And I'll be honest, like I stopped watching NXT at a point, and I know they're not. I obviously knew that they hadn't been on it, but I really did not follow up with where they were. So, everything I've heard tonight's been a revelation. To be honest with you.
Going back to Roderick Strong, they've been having Roderick Strong come out with the Kingdom behind him, but the hot one hasn't been there like in forever. The redhead, the wife, the woman, again, Maria Kanellis.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I don't know where she's been.
Is she pregnant again? Maybe because
I don't know.
Dude breathes on her, and she gets pregnant.
I can't say I blame him.
Yeah, no, same. Yeah. But like he could just like look at her, and all of a sudden she's like, "Oh shit, I'm pregnant again."
Is she still married to Mike Bennett?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
No, Mike Kanellis.
Oh well.
That was the worst, dude. I'm telling you right now, that was one of the worst fucking gimmicks that I've ever seen in the history of wrestling.
I didn't.
So they were in WWE, and they brought in Mike Bennett, who at the time was one of the hottest names on the Indies. They put him in WWE, and they have him take on the name. They have him take on her name and be Mike Kanellis, and she's like, he's like henpecked, basically. Okay. And so he was like the like pussy liberal husband.
That doesn't sound worse than a white Chavo Guerrero.
Oh yeah, Kerwin White was pretty bad too. But like this
was that was bad.
We're gonna own the libs and have this simp be on our TV show. He's a cuck. And
it was just a bad gimmick, like regardless. You know what I mean? Like you said, he was one of the top tier indie talents at the time.
Right.
And they just dumped on him.
Right.
And basically, okay, here you go. If anyone that actually listens to this doesn't know, it's basically giving LA Knight the Max Dupree gimmick.
Yeah.
That's all it is. You have a hot talent that figured it out, and then they just give him the worst gimmick of all time. And thank the good Lord that they gave him back the LA Knight gimmick. Because
seriously.
But that's exactly what they did with Mike Kanellis, Mike Bennett, whatever, except a whole lot worse. Like just same kind of deal.
I know we're all over the place, but the one of the last thing just reminded me of he hasn't wrestled, but Danhausen is back on TV, which is where he should be. Yes,
and he had fucking Jake Hager's hat.
Yep, which is awesome.
And I will say,
I like that hat.
For as much as I do not follow AW, love Danhausen. Always love some Danhausen. But you can't. It's like Betty White.
I mean, I know he's been injured but even before he was injured, they're not really. I'd like them to use him better, just a little more serious.
Yeah, like I mean, he's made to not necessarily be a serious character, but at the same time, like he really should be. Like you put him in stuff. Like
that's a good point. Yeah, like exactly. No, that's a great. Actually, both great points. Like, okay, he's not a serious person, but because he's such a high level character, you need to interject him in more upper tier storylines.
they're making Orange Cassidy out to be a badass. So like, and then they're teaming him, Danhausen, with Orange Cassidy. So maybe that'll
I hope
rub off a
so.
little bit.
Because look, let's face it, and I'm going to steal a line from The Simpsons and butcher it, but I'm also going to like modify it. But it's the goddamn truth. When Danhausen's not on TV, everyone is like, "Hey, where's Danhausen?" You know, he's a popular Poochie.
Yes, they teased him around Halloween with the 3 More Days Till Halloween song, but it was Danhausen, like the one from Halloween 3, and it was awesome. And that's how they brought him out too. It's time to put on your mask, and it was the Danhausen. Like if you don't know the
Yeah.
Halloween 3, it was like they wear the Halloween masks in it. Or sends them to the devil or whatever because it was a devil. Anyway, yeah, it was good. It was cool.
And they did the very, very, very nice, very nice.
And I don't know if we've talked about that here, but bringing up Orange Cassidy, because I never watched a lot of it other than clips, but I was always fascinated by the trios. And we've talked about it a bit on here before, but it's probably way back in the archives. But Chikara and Orange Cassidy came from he was part of the colony. He was firing. Yeah. And so, because he was like, I was always fascinated by Mike Quackenbush, who was like basically the godfather of the colony. At least to me, he was. But again, that you're talking about Philly roots. I mean, that's, and it, as much as people, want to say bad things about Orange Cassidy. I mean, the guy's got some deep wrestling roots, and it's crazy because the guy's almost 40. So, I mean, he's doing this crazy stuff that he probably shouldn't be doing at his age, because I certainly couldn't. And
he had another. He's still the. I don't know if they're calling it the Intercontinental. I forget what they call the title. It's the Intercontinental title. He's still their Intercontinental champion, but he had a match against John Moxley, and that was a vicious, brutal match. But it was really, really good.
And he went over Mox.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, it's the international title.
Yeah. Okay.
Or is it the Atlantic?
No, they started out with a stupid name, and then they renamed it to something less stupid, but still stupid.
So, all right, let's talk about the other big news in wrestling, and then we can move on to some other shit. Besides,
yeah. We'll kind of maybe half break this into wrestling into whatever else we get into. But I watched Survivor Series last night. We'll get this posted whenever it gets posted, but it was a very lackluster show, which was kind of, it was kind of surprising, because WWE, I know, for as much crap as they get, and we give them over time, does typically put together, outside of like the crown jewel stuff, some really good pay-per-views or premium live events, whatever you're going to call them. And this was very under the radar. The women's War Games match to me was much better than the men's. And every match in between was just, whatever. It was what it was. Some decent spots, whatever. But then, end of the night, men's War Games match is over. And, they even have the thing in the corner pop up in the screen. And all of a sudden, cult personality hits. And one Mr. CM Punk comes out from the backstage.
Charles Montgomery Punk.
Yeah, yep, Cookie Monster Punk. And what exactly? Yeah, that works even better. White T-shirt and jeans. And it was funny because like the people I was watching with are like, yeah, dude, WWE could probably sell white T-shirts right now for like $30 a pop. Doesn't come out in any merch.
Hey, that's what he just stole that from Daniel Bryan.
Yeah,
that's how Daniel Bryan debuted in AEW.
Yeah, doesn't come out any merch. Hugs the crowd. Doesn't say anything. And then, of course, there's videos coming out with Seth Rollins going bananas and Drew McIntyre, leaving really upset and pissed off. And I will say this about the Seth Rollins stuff. To me, that's complete work. That is leading to a match to WrestleMania 40 in Punk and Rollins, whatever. That's it. Everyone else. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Punk and Rollins. everyone else, Drew McIntyre and whoever else got mad, and I threw air quotes up there. I don't know. I don't know if that's a work or not. But the Rollins stuff is obviously a work because that guy, Rollins, is a worker. That's all he does. And he has a known history with Punk. So obviously that sets up a storyline. Now, however that goes, Punk wins Royal Rumble to get Rollins' belt or to go after Rollins' belt at Mania. It's easy to tell. Doesn't have to work a lot of matches. You know, it makes sense to me. I could be completely wrong.
Is Rollins the champion?
He's got I guess you would call it equivalent to what Roman Reigns has.
Okay.
They basically added another title. And
Of
so
course they added another fucking title.
yeah, so Roman Reigns like had a belt, then got 2 belts, and then he's had him for so long. It's like, let's add another title. And so Rollins has it, and yeah, because Roman Reigns has been champion for close to 3.5 years now. It's some ridiculous number. So it's like, yeah, you have to, and that sets up Reigns and Cody Rhodes, and which is hysterical to me because if you think about this, you have 2 AEW darlings different ways that have the potential to win main event matches at WrestleMania 40, and Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. So,
I don't want Punk to win shit. I really don't. I'm interested to hear his promo because he's a great promo.
oh, very, very good.
I don't need to. I'm done with him. I'm over it. And I was well documented, huge CM Punk fan. But as much as, and it's not necessarily because I take Hangman and the AEW guys' side, because I think that they're little assholes. But
ECW owns CM Punk, by the way.
what?
Said ECW's own CM Punk.
Oh yeah. But I'm not a big AEW elite fan. I pretty much think all those guys suck and they're whiny little bitches. But as much as I don't like them, I really don't like Punk anymore either. So I'm just tired of it because if it's not going to last. It's not going to last. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's changed his ways. But how many times have we said that before?
I said that to my buddy last night. I said, give it 6 months. That's all you got to give it. They're going to make millions of dollars on him being there for 6 months, and it's all they need. They had him for last night. You have him going to the Rumble. You have him working the road to WrestleMania. You have him for Mania. That's it. It's about 6 months. That's all you need him for.
Do they do media scrums like they do in AEW?
Yep. Triple H did one last night.
I was just going to ask, can you be sitting next to Triple H eating muffins? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it was funny because they everything's sponsored by Slim Jim, and so you'd almost want to see Macho Man come out and do something. But no, it's funny because
Macho Man would put on a more lively performance than Ric Flair right now in AEW. So,
oh well, yeah. Actually, was it which one of you shared the Macho or not? Yeah, Ric Flair and Crypt Keeper. Was it you, Bob?
it's probably Bob.
I think it was me.
Yeah, that was pretty spot on.
Yeah. Ric Flair looks like
he took a nut shot. It looked rough.
If he gets hit with a strong gust of wind, I feel like he's just going to turn to ash and blow away.
He's going to be Sting's last match.
No.
Wouldn't that suck? Oh, that'd be horrible. Poor Sting.
Oh, I would never watch another. I mean, not that I've really been watching AEW lately. I would never watch another AEW product ever again. Like, I'd be done. I don't need to see Ric Flair. I don't need to see Ric Flair on my TV anymore. I don't need to see CM Punk on my TV anymore. Don't need to see Jack Perry on my TV anymore. I don't need to see the Young Bucks on my TV anymore.
Eddie Kingston. Did you say Eddie Kingston?
No.
I don't like Eddie Kingston, but I appreciate him as a performer.
Oh.
I don't like him.
You're softening up Eddie Kingston. Fair enough.
I am. It's my head. My head's soft. It's from the sun in Florida.
They just got to keep putting on Julia Hart versus Sky Blue matches, and I'll just keep watching. That's all I need. I'm a
You're
simple
gonna
man.
they're gonna sell out of Vaseline near you
Yep.
and Kleenex.
All right, let's break from the wrestling thing here. We'll wrestling. I don't know, gaming wise, or movie wise, or show wise, or just anything in general. We tend to hit all that stuff here. You guys have anything fun, interesting, exciting?
So, do we want to do some spoilers?
I love spoilers.
What are
Okay.
spoilers?
First of all, Marty Croft died.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Like Sid and Marty Croft?
Whoa.
Yeah,
No way.
died at the age of 86.
No.
That was announced
Dang.
at 2:46 p.m. today.
That sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah, HR puppet stuff.
yeah.
That
So,
sucks.
yeah, so R.I.P. Mr. Croft. You know,
I'm going to go see the kids from. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to go see kids. No, the kids from Sigmund the Sea Monster, who aren't kids anymore. They're going to be at a toy show on the 2nd, whatever that is. Jodie Whittaker, who I think was also in one of those Family Affair or some bullshit like that.
also, so you know, they're talking about doing a little gender swap on the not the Fantastic Four, on the Silver Surfer in the Fantastic Four movie.
That's been rumored for a while, though, hadn't it?
This is the first I've heard about it. They're talking about the voice of Princess Peach, Anya Taylor-Joy, Anya Taylor-Joy, as the actress to play the Silver Surfer.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, to me, at this point, I mean, Silver Surfer, I think this goes back to watching. I think that's why Terminator 2 is such a fantastic movie. And Robert Patrick's character is that reason right there. I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Well, I think I got to go back and look at it again. But I think one of the reasons why he chose to spare Earth, besides all the things, is didn't he fall in love with Sue Storm at some point?
Yeah,
Which I'd be cool with
Yeah.
Anya Taylor-Joy falling in love with Sue Storm. I'd watch that.
yeah. But
I don't know why. I think I've heard that before, though. Like,
I don't know. This is the first time I've seen it, and I'm getting all of this via JoeBlow.com, JOBLO.
As long as it's not another character that Chris Pratt's voicing, because I see he's going to be Garfield coming up soon too.
Yeah, what the fuck is with that, man?
Oh, they couldn't get who voiced Garfield on our cartoon show back in the day.
The same guy that voiced Peter Venkman.
Lorenzo Music.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And then in the movies, he was actually played by
Bill Murray.
yeah.
For the
Lorenzo
ultimate
Music was
impression.
just doing an impression of.
Yeah.
And now
So
it's wonderful Chris Pratt, who sounds nothing at all like Lorenzo Music or Bill Murray. He's doing his own thing, and his own thing is Chris Pratt.
all right. So the other movie news comes out. We've got Good Burger 2, which I've never seen Good Burger 1.
Me neither. Streaming now on Paramount Plus, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest. It's been a long time. I've seen it, but it's been a long time, and don't know that I have much for the sequel. So,
And
Well, we need to every once in a while they throw a bone to Kel. I guess when he stays out of jail or whatever. Like
has he been in jail?
I think Keenan now has other black people on SNL, but for a while he was the only black. I think he's also right now like the longest running SNL cast member. Which is
yeah,
odd.
sounds right.
Yeah.
So
he doesn't need money, so it's definitely a Kel thing.
Jesus. Joaquin Phoenix is playing Napoleon in Napoleon, which is in theaters now. But the spoiler that I wanted to talk about, and who is planning to or has seen The Marvels?
I have not seen it, and I've got a lot of movies to catch up to get to that point. How about that?
I'll Disney Plus it when it comes out on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's
I mean, like-
that's
I actually plan on going to the theater to see it, but this was ruined for me, so I feel fine talking about it.
I think I read it too.
Yeah, the
The
X-Men make an appearance in the post-credit scene, and not just any X-Men or X-Man. It is the blue-furred beast,
voiced by or played by.
Was it Kelsey Grammer? Because that's
It was
the one
Kelsey
thing-
Grammer. Yep.
It was Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah.
Sideshow
So,
Bob.
but it's not the X-Men, the Fox movie X-Men Beast. He looks like the cartoon Beast.
Okay. It was still voiced by Kelsey Grammer, but whatever.
Yeah, but he looks like cartoon Beast. So they're saying that the X-Men that they're bringing over may actually be the 97 cartoon X-Men. And that's how they're going to introduce them into the MCU.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a multiverse. You can kind of introduce all of them.
Right. So
They've already introduced the multiverse. So at this point, it's just bring them in.
Yeah. So, which makes sense because they do have the cartoon X-Men 97 coming out to Disney Plus at some point.
I do like that. That sounds pretty cool.
Speaking of multiverses, I'm like an hour and a half into the 9-hour Across the Spider-Verse, which is entertaining. It just doesn't need to be this long, and I know that it doesn't end either. Like it's split between 2 different movies, so I'm gonna watch. I think it's 3 hours, a little over 3 hours. 3 hours of this thing and not have an ending.
Yeah,
looks pretty though. Like,
yeah, I mean, I haven't watched it yet because I kind of want to wait till the second one comes out because I hate when movies end on cliffhangers.
Yeah. It's on Netflix. It's on one of them. I think it's Netflix.
Which brings me to Invincible season 2. I didn't realize it was split into 2 fucking halves. How pissed off was I when I got to the end of episode 4 of season 2, and it ends on a fucking cliffhanger, and I don't know when I'm going to get to see the next half of that.
Is that the one where he shows up on a planet and somebody's there, or is there an episode after that?
There's an episode after that.
Okay, I haven't seen the one after that yet.
Okay. Ends on a cliffhanger.
I gotcha.
So, sucks. Are you eating a donut?
Well, a pretzel.
A pretzel?
Pretzel.
From Wawa?
Yeah.
Yeah, figured.
Speaking of just stuff we're watching, Daniel and I got through the first 2 seasons of Only Murders in the Building. Fantastic show. I know we've discussed it a tad here. You guys watch that at all?
My mom's been telling me to watch it, but
I'm telling you, it's awesome. Really, really excited. We're actually, as soon as we are done here, we're going to start season 3. But no, Steve Martin Short is amazing.
I heard that my girl, what's her name? Selena Gomez is in that.
Yes, yeah. No, it's really, really good, and she plays a great, they just work well together. It's so good. But no, it's just really, really well done. Highly recommend it.
Did they at any point dress up like the Three Amigos?
I wish.
And piss on Chevy Chase's grave because
he's not there, man. He's all flighting Christmas lights this time of year. Different towns are paying him $10,000 or more to light their Christmas lights or tree.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, that's what he does now, right?
No.
Yeah, he goes around the different. I'm pretty sure he was in some town in Jersey pretty recently doing a Christmas lighting ceremony.
He can get anywhere that's got a Trump sign up. I'm sure they'll be happy to have him.
He just does the Clark Griswold stuff now. That's all he needs to do.
Jesus. Well, yeah, because he's clearly not going back to Community.
No.
Hey, whoa, hold on, whoa. Is that being rebooted?
It is.
Yeah.
Without the other guy too, Donald Glover. He got too big.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what? Anyway. Are you serious?
Fucking
Joel McHale's still in it, right?
Oh yeah, he's not big.
I love Joel McHale.
Joel McHale will do anything. He was in the last couple of seasons of Stargirl, which was really good, and he was on some kind of cooking show where he was the host of that.
Have you? So speaking of Only Murders in the Building, though, have you seen? And Rich, throw this to you too. Have you seen What We Do in the Shadows?
I have it all downloaded because I want to watch it, but I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, I have not. Good.
I haven't seen that.
Dude, it's so good. You got to watch it. It's about four vampires. Three of them are normal vampires, and one of them's an energy vampire that live in Staten Island. And they're being filmed for a documentary, and their familiar lives with them. And he wants nothing more than to be turned into a vampire. And it's fucking phenomenal. The first season ends with a council of vampires, and it's got like Paul Rubens is on it, Blade is on it. What's his name? Fucking Machete, Danny Trejo.
Damn.
Danny
So you went,
Trejo's on it.
damn, Pee Wee Herman and then Wesley Snipes.
Well,
and then
Wesley
Danny-
Snipes shows up via like webcam. They have like an iPad taped to like a body.
So was Pee Wee Herman was playing his vampire from Buffy, though, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Tilda
so
Swinton's
good.
in it.
I
All
think-
these famous vampires.
I think it was a movie before it was a series, and it was Taika Waititi who.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
movie in New Zealand or Australia, and it was it's this spun off of that, but it has very little to do with that.
Okay.
So, but it's oh my god, it's so
It doesn't.
good.
Matthew Barry is one of the main characters, right?
Yeah, Matthew
He's
Barry.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's so good in this too.
Oh,
And
he's good at everything.
the dude who plays their familiar is the voice of Nightwing on the Harley Quinn show.
Okay.
So Harvey Guillen. And so other shows. I'm watching Strange New Worlds, Star Trek Strange New Worlds on Paramount Plus. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Highly recommend that. And I'm almost done with that, so I'm going to start on Discovery.
So
I
all
watched
right.
the first season of Discovery, but I haven't watched anything. It was all right.
We do have to talk about this, Rich. I don't know if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, you need to go back and watch this. I know we don't do a whole lot of sports on a regular pod, but a Philly Christmas special, the YouTube clay animation short, so awesome.
Yeah, the Philly
yeah.
special Christmas special.
Yeah,
I saw they
so good.
were showing some of it on Fox, not Fox News, the
Right.
Fox Morning Show.
Dude, it was so
With Hot
good.
Blackjack.
Rich, go back. It's like 7-8 minutes long. It's so good. I just love the part where
Dominic the Donkey.
exactly they get Dominic the Donkey out of there. They even bring up the fact that everyone basically on the planet that gets a special Christmas except for you, Dallas. It's just so good. It's so good. It was excellent. Very, very well done. And no, I mean, if
Doesn't have Taylor Swift's boyfriend in it.
It does.
it does, yeah,
And it's got Patti LaBelle.
Wow.
it's
Yeah,
worth
Claymation
watching.
Patti LaBelle.
Yeah, give 8 minutes of your time. That's all you need. It's worth it. It's
It
so
is.
funny.
It's
And I don't say that because it's like not a sports thing. It is very reminiscent of watching, Rudolph or.
Oh yeah, they made it look like a Rankin Bass.
Exactly. Yes. Yep. I don't have to.
Yeah, it's like a cross between the Peanuts, and they actually got the estate of Charles Schultz to sign off on it because everything that they do with it is going to charity. So that's why they could make the characters look like Peanuts characters and then still do the Rankin Bass animation style.
Yep. Yeah, it was really, really good. They did a phenomenal job with it. And yeah, it's for what I'm watching. That's definitely it there. But it's Christmas season. We're gonna have to eventually start watching some Christmas stuff, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I've
I need
watched.
to watch Violent Night still. I still haven't seen that.
I mean, either that's the one with David Harbour, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen not Cocaine Bear. The Winnie the Pooh one's been out for a while, and I haven't watched that yet either.
Yeah, I haven't watched that either. Did you see the new one coming out with starring Joel Kinnaman? It's called Silent Night, and he plays a deaf guy that goes around killing people on Christmas or something like that.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of fucked up. The guy's deaf and they call it Silent Night.
Yeah, that's pretty screwed up.
I watched a little bit of It's a Wonderful Life's been on already. So
I've never seen it.
oh, that's a good movie.
Really? It's a classic.
Dude, look, here's what I want to say about Christmas. We need to do a deep dive on each one of the Yule Lads. And I kind of want to do I want to crown a champion of the Yule Lads.
We can do that, but I also want to go back to our sandwich. Not go back, but I want to break off from our what is, or I have pretzel in my mouth because Philadelphia. Woo! What is and what isn't a sandwich thing? What is and what isn't a Christmas movie?
Okay.
Like it's Die Hard.
I will fight you on Die Hard all day long.
Gremlins.
Look,
Nightmare Before Christmas. Is that a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie or both?
both. Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, that's an easy one. That's both. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if it takes place at Christmas, it's a Christmas movie.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's
Lethal Weapon. I think that was a Christmas movie. Or it takes place around Christmas. One of them does anyway.
Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's
It's
not a
just
movie we
bang, bang.
all. You know, it's funny. Like people fight the people fight the Die Hard thing a lot, but no one ever fights Iron Man 3.
Yeah,
because, well, quite frankly, John McClane is, the man.
yeah. Well, I mean, are the Harry Potter movies Christmas movies? They always have Christmas scenes in them.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like this. I like this topic.
Yeah, so we'll have to do a dive on this one. I want to do a Christmas spectacular, and during it we can crown Christmas movies and we can crown the best Yule lad.
I like it. We're gonna we will this is what we call a little preview.
Foreshadowing.